Okay, now we will start with number 5. For number 5, we start out with what looks like a proportion. So what we can do here is we can actually cross multiply, or we can multiply both sides of our equation by 3. So I'm going to set this up as cross multiplication. So what I'll do is, I'll put a 1 under my whole number because that means 30 divided by 1, which was how it got 30. So let's set it up now. What you can do is put this in parentheses. So we have 1 times m plus 22 is equal to 3 times 30. So you just multiply diagonally is what you're doing. So we're going to go ahead and distribute the 1, which is just m plus 22. And then 3 times 3 is 90. Now it looks very easy because all we have to do is undo addition. So we subtract 22 from both sides of our equation. And we end up with m is equal to 68. And that's what you should have gotten for number 5. So now let's move on to number 6. Number 6, let me write the problem down. Number 6 we have 7w minus 3 times 4w plus 8 is equal to 11. And what people do a lot on problems like this is they go ahead and try to subtract, but you cannot do that because remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or PEMDAS, you're going to distribute first because your multiplication is going to come first. So now we multiply, we have 7w minus 12w, and then a negative times a positive makes that minus. 3 times 8 is 24. And bring down equals 11. Now we combine like terms. Our w's are considered to be like terms. So we have 7w minus 12w, which is negative because minus 12 is the same as plus a negative 12. So that's negative 5w minus 24 is equal to 11. So we're going to start moving things from one side of our equation to the other. So we do the opposite of minus 24 by adding 24. So thank you, sir. So we have negative 5w is equal to 35. So what do you think you should do next? Good. Divide both sides of your equation by negative 5 so that you can undo your multiplication. And then you get your final answer of negative 7. So w equals negative 7. And that's what you should have for number 6. Let's move on to number 7. Number 7, let's look at the problem. 2x plus 12 is equal to 24. So we're going to have to use inverse operations. This problem is not as complicated as some of the others because what you're going to do is go ahead and subtract your 12 since it goes over there with 24. And you're going to bring down 2x is equal to 12. And then what do you think you should do at this point? Divide both sides by 2. Good job. And we have our answer to number 7. In number 7, x is equal to 6. That's your solution for number 7. Now I'm going to move on to number 8. For number 8, the problem is 5, 6g minus 7 is equal to 5. And again, it helps sometimes to pretend that that 6 is not there, and then you can see that you could just add 7. to both sides of your equation to begin. The 7's cancel out. And we have 5, 6G is equal to 12. And now, we want to get rid of our denominator of 6. That's one way you can go about this. So you multiply both sides of your equation by 6. The 6's cancel out because it's like 6 divided by 6 now. You have 5G is equal to 72. We divide both sides by 5. And I told you could leave it as an improper fraction. You can leave your answer that way. So that's what I'll do. I'm going to leave it as an improper fraction in simplified form. So this is the correct answer for number 8. Some people did write that as they put it as a decimal. As a decimal, that's the same as 14.4. Or as a mixed number, it's the same as 14 2/5. So let's take a little break and then we'll do 9 and 10.